Hello, everyone. I am live, and today we are having a surprise. Is someone who admire a lot. Is an amazing lady, and here she is, Leonela Todirean. Welcome.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Jenny, for having me. It's always an honor and a pleasure.
Thank you. Thank you for taking the time. I feel honored that you are here. Please introduce yourself and how are you helping, Leonela?
Yeah, absolutely. So my name is Lionela, or Coach Leo, how many people know me. I'm a professional certified coach. I work with high achievers like tech entrepreneurs, founders, business owners, and I really help them create the life they deserve and desire. And I know that's generic, but high achievers are very individualistic people. Their visions differ so much one from another, and I'm just there assisting them. So what I like to say about myself is I'm like an electrician. I go into somebody's system and I see where the disconnect is, where the wires are loose or disconnected. So I help them connect the wires within so they can step into their greatness.
Amazing. Thank you. I know how difficult it is to understand oneself. It's happening to me the whole time. So I understand you, I think. So, Leonela, I have to tell you, I admire you so much, and you have been an inspiration for me. Since I saw you, I felt inspired. You are one of the causes because I am speaking my truth. Regardless of my broken accent, but English, but you really inspired me at the very beginning, and I thank you, and I just wanted to tell you that.
Yeah, you're a blessing, Jenny. You can't, it's a crime for you to keep your light and your power from the world. It's a crime. So because so many people, your presence, your energy is here for a reason. And yeah, I think you're amazing. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Do you have a message to our women out there who are looking forward to develop develop their leadership and
Yeah.
skills?
Yeah. Well, absolutely. So thank you so much, first of all. And my humble message would be, I always say, don't listen to me, don't listen to the gurus, don't listen to frameworks, don't listen to the world. My message is do whatever it takes, whatever journey that means to you. It means a meditation journey, it means a retreat, it means a yoga journey, it means a coach, whatever journey you need. Take the journey with the purpose of reconnecting and being able to listen to one voice and one voice only, the voice of your inner intuition and the voice of your inner power. For too long, for decades and decades and centuries at end, women have been taught, we've been trained out of that intuition. We've been rationalized out of our hearts, of our passions, of our desires, of our potential. So if I would have the power to share one message with women all around the world, is do whatever it takes to reconnect with that inner power.
Beautiful. Beautiful. Yeah, I think one of the biggest blocks that women need to overcome is the fact that we had been conditioned for generations to
Yeah.
let go of all these beliefs and habits that we should be doing certain role in society has kept women from develop into their full potential.
Yeah, yeah, and it's probably the best time to be alive. I always say that it's such a blessing to be right now. Although there are maybe a million reasons to say that these are bad times, but at the same time, the time is now, right? And another story that we women like to tell ourselves is it's too late, it's too early, I'm too busy, I'm not good enough, I'm not trained enough, I'm not skilled enough, I am an imposter, oh my God, I don't have anything to give, right? So all these BS stories that accumulate like dust, right? It's one story, and then the other story, and then the third story, and then the fourth story, and the sixth, and so on. And when before you know it, because they come one by one, they creep like hyenas around you. One day you wake up under this mountain, under this weight, and you feel like you're stuck. So the very tricky part is how can I move from this place where I feel paralyzed? There's so much weight on me. There is so much I'm feeling overwhelmed. How do I take the first step? So the first step, it's very simple. Take one story at a time, one layer of dust at a time, then the second, then the third, then the fourth. And then when you concentrate on removing this one by one by one by one, you will find yourself in the best place really, really quickly.
Thank you for the amazing tip, and tell us a little bit about your book, Delete, which I think it relates to this topic.
Yeah, so the lead is very much my journey. I think as all of us in the personal development space in this industry, we start with the personal journey. So the lead starts with the book is called Delete: How to Erase Your Negative Thoughts Fast. It's really a product of my own struggle. So the book starts with me on my kitchen floor about 11 years ago, being completely broken. So just to give you a bit of a context, my life was great. I had all the abundance I needed. All my loved ones were happy, but I was desperately miserable in a place where I felt completely broken. So from that kitchen floor where I hit my literally floor, my bottom.
Mhm.
I started the personal journey of growth of development, and it took me years and years and years. And all the tools that I've used, and something that I tried, something worked, something didn't. I've kind of really compressed into a very short. I would more than a book. I'd call it a workbook. So a bit of a story with practical exercises that people can take, and people who feel alone, people who feel that they can't reach out for help. There's so much stigma still yet around reaching out to a coach, reaching out to a therapist, reaching out to whatever we need. There's so much stigma around it. So because I felt that way, I felt embarrassed asking for help. I felt alone. I felt I didn't have any support. When I came on the other side, I really wanted to write a very simple book that tells you, hey, I know where you are. You don't need to be fancy. You don't need to take a course. You don't need to just follow the simple steps. I'm here. I'm right here. I know exactly what you're going through, but I'm on the other side. Do these things step by step and you'll be successful.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, I've been there as well, and I know how difficult it is even to take the first step and to realize that you are in that nightmare, because sometimes we don't even realize we are so lost that we lose track of everything. And I love your story, and I
Yeah.
love the way in which you had been blossomed. You are amazing, beautiful. Yo, so you right now in Dubai. How is life there?
Well, life is honestly, Dubai is such an example of what we can do when we dream big. So in a way, I've been positively, very positively influenced. We're here 16 years already. So it pretty much shaped me as well, helped me dream big for myself as well. It's a place of, you know, cultures meeting, a place of tolerance, but most importantly, is a place of opportunity. So I'm feeling really blessed and humbled to really be here right now.
Thank you. Where are you originally from?
I am Romanian. I traveled all around the world. So most of half of my life, I've been an expat. So what I thought I was looking for travel, what I realized by after living in many countries and on different continents, what I realized is that my biggest love and passion are people.
Amazing. I relate so much to your story. I didn't know that that you were an expat, and this is actually part of my story. I was living in Japan, Mexico, New York City, and always in this expat life, being an expat housewife. And I was taking care of my family and organizing the household and the container, and then the container to the other city, and then the container to the other, until I lost track of who I was. And I had everything, the luxury and the things that one can wish, but I was broken inside. And yeah, there are a lot of women out there who feel the same way,
Yeah.
and I am honored to have you here and to let you know, ladies out there who are right now watching this program or will be watching this broadcast, that there is hope, that there are amazing women like you living life in their terms.
Yeah, I love your story, Jenny. What you said is so important, and thank you. I think it's so important to be vulnerable and to really share and openly, expose not only our good side. What you said was so deep. You said, I moved so much that I forgot who I was, right? I was there for so many, I was there for my family, for my loved ones, and I gave so much that there's nothing left for me, right? So thank you so much for being vulnerable and open, because I totally 100% relate to that. But because of a sense of a guilt, I shouldn't be feeling this way, right? We don't even allow ourselves to name those things, right? My
Mm.
life is gorgeous. My life is beautiful. I feel guilty, like I'm such a spoiled brat. What is that inner voice talking to us? What is it telling you? You're such a spoiled brat. You have no right to complain. You have no right to feel guilty, to feel bad. You have no right. What is up with that? What is up with us not even allowing ourselves to name things as they are? So, again, for anybody who's watching who might be in that position when they are super blessed but they still feel miserable, please stop lying to yourself. The only place to start changing is a place when you become brutally honest with yourself. And I don't care what the world thinks of you, right? I don't care what you should or what you shouldn't. Connect with your voice and be honest. Come clear with where you stand. And only from that place will you be able to fly to whatever you want.
Thank you, thank you. So, how do you? What are your insights about the current situation with the global pandemic, and how do you see what's your feeling about this?
Right. It's such a divided world, right? So the way I see it, to be honest, is probably the pandemic was a black swan event, as Nassim Nicolas Taleb calls it, right? The black swan event is something that it's a complete catastrophic event that nobody was foreseeing. So obviously it shifted everything. My first thing goes, my first thought goes to all the people who have suffered from it, right? I'm deeply, deeply compassionate and empathetic for people who really struggled, who lost their loved ones, who lost their livelihoods, who lost so many things to the pandemic. So I really, really feel for those people, and I want to tell them that, I feel what you feel. Having said that, what I know for sure is that a black swan event, a catastrophic event of the size of the pandemic, is the very best breeding ground for new opportunities, right? Because there's two ways to look at this. There's either one way we can look at this as a doors closed, an opportunity that was cut in half, the end of the road, or we can look at, wow, what if I can create a door in this chaotic environment? I no longer have to conform. There's no longer the norm. There's no longer the normal. And if I adopt a mindset of how is this an opportunity, everything changes. Everything changes. To be honest, probably for me was the pandemic was the biggest blessing, because from the very beginning, that was just my decision, right? Obviously, in the first months, it was very, very unclear. But by adopting this mindset and going forward to this idea of how is this an opportunity, refusing to give in to the panic and the fear, I honestly had the best years in my business.
Yes, I agree with you. It's the same here. And the opportunity to have you are right now in Dubai, and I am here, and I can chat with you. I can chat with clients. I can get to meet people
Yeah,
around the world and do business with them. And there is a new world emerging from all this chaos, and that really excites me.
100%. And I feel that many people are seeing this as an opportunity. They're shifting. They are reinventing themselves. I think it's also many people took permission finally. What was stable is not stable anymore. It's nothing but the fake curtain, and people are just giving themselves freedom to reinvent themselves. And that's what I see. So the type of coaching that I do with high achievers, especially, there's a lot of creation right now. Honestly, businesses are booming, surpassing the revenue, surpassing their growth way more than before the pandemic, and all due to this shift of perspective. How is this an opportunity? And I think that's the most important question for us to ask ourselves today. How is this an opportunity?
And how do we want to reinvent ourselves
Yeah,
before someone else invent our lives, which is
absolutely. Golden words, Jenny, right there. I love that.
yeah. So uh, Leonela is here to help you in case that you need and you want to redesign your life and live life by design and not by default.
Exactly. It's just I really believe that I really believe in people's greatness. I don't really believe it. I've seen it time and time and time and time and time and time again. I've seen people in 6 months accomplishing things that they couldn't imagine possible within a lifetime. Time and time and time and time again. It's been proven to me of how great people are, all of us. Another thing, a
Yes.
message for you: you're not broken.
Mm.
I don't care where you are, where you're situated, how deep or how desperate you feel. What I want you to know is that you're not broken. There's nothing broken within you. And when we start from that assumption, magic happens.
Amazing. Thank you so much for taking the time and for honoring me again. Uh, I love you.
Jenny, you are such a blessing to everyone who follows this woman. This woman will reignite the spark of loving life. Jenny, you are such an inspiration. I'm watching you with admiration, and thank you so much for this opportunity.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye bye.